Hey there, welcome back to True North Reviews. My name is Ryan. Today we're doing an episode of Hot and Cold. This is a video series I like to do where I talk about the best and worst music I heard over the past week, the hot being the best, the cold being the worst. Specifically for this episode, we'll be talking about any songs put out between May 26th and June 1st, 2019. As per usual, the songs will be linked down in the description. And let's get into the best of the week. First up this week, I want to highlight the return of the pop sensation Katy Perry. She released a new single, Never Really Over. This song has got the definition of a fantastic hook, fantastic vocal harmonies. The vocal layering is insanely good. One of the best mainstream pop singles of the year thus far. And 2019 has had a shortage. It very much feels like a drought in terms of mainstream success of singles, I would say, or just like this all-out fandom for songs. But yeah, this new one from Katy Perry is definitely this fun, bright, and charismatic song, even though the lyrics are somewhat downtrodden. Moving on from there, another powerful female vocalist has made a return this week. We have Miley Cyrus, who has seen fit to put out an EP. The song I'm going to be talking about here, though, is specifically called Mother's Daughter. This is the opening track from that EP, the highlights on the project for sure, along with the closing cut, but talking more about this song, Mother's Daughter, this one blends elements of pop and trap, something that Miley has been doing in the past, but on this one I feel like it's simultaneously lighthearted but also in your face. The chorus is infectiously catchy, and both Katy and Miley definitely know how to make a big return, a big splash, if you will. Both of these artists landed some of the catchier pop hooks of 2019 thus far, and I'm pleasantly surprised. Moving on from pop, though, we are going to talk about the newest single from King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. This one is entitled Self-Immolate. If you listen to this band's record from earlier this year, you would know that they went for a blues rock or boogie sound on it, but comparing it to this new single over here, you'd think that you're getting a completely different artist. This new single is definitely metal inspired. There are tremolo and atonal guitar riffs, certainly a more palpable lo-fi aesthetic, growling vocals too, almost guttural at times, like it's death metal or something, yet still upbeat, and that's really driven home by the aggressive drum performance, and it's a great track. Next up, Sleater-Kinney with their newest single. This one's Hurry On Home. This is a Riot Grrrl punk rock band. The irreverent vocal performance is definitely the highlight on here. It reminds me of some of the slacker kind of performances that Richard Hell once greatly innovated with punk music back in the day, so yeah, good song. Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds, they put out a new song this past week, also a hot track in my opinion. It's called Rattling Rose. The bass line is definitely the most compelling part of this song for me personally. It's this alternative rock song that is pretty chilled and laid back. And wrapping up the hot tracks this week, I'm kind of cheating with this last one over here. It's by Grandson. It technically came out the previous week. It should have been featured in my last episode of Hot and Cold. This one's called Mariah, whichever way you want to pronounce it. But yeah, Grandson are a band from Toronto, definitely not receiving as much praise as I would like to see them receive. Definitely an interesting band that blends in trap hi-hats without overly using them. They are a band that still tends to focus on the alternative rock guitars, something like 9 Inch Nails, with a unique brand of vocals too. So yeah, give them a try and check them out. Those are the hot tracks for this week. Moving on to the middle of the road tracks. These are songs that I thought were okay, not the best, not the worst, still worth shouting out. First up, we have a new single from the Voidz. This one is called The Eternal Tao. Definitely a lot better than what was on their latest record. The auto-tune is used more effectively here, not in the obnoxious way that I remember from that record. Definitely experimental with the guitar solo and the vocal layering, and if you are a fan of old-style Gorillaz music, you can't go wrong with checking this out. Moving on from there, Trippie Redd put out a new single. This one is called Under Enemy Arms. This one is produced very cleanly, and it's pretty crisp as well. I do dig a lot of the instrumentation, even though it is synthetically arranged. I just can't stand the apathetic vocal inflections. Cardi B is also making a return this week along with Katy and Miley. She has a new single out. It's called Press. And honestly, it's not the worst Cardi B song I've heard, and that's an accomplishment. I didn't think I would ever pass off a Cardi B song as tolerable, but this has got to be the closest thing to that to date. The beat reminds me of like a grimy cut from The Life of Pablo by Kanye West, and yeah, Cardi sounds hungry on the mic, and she's really invested with her rapping on this track, so I gotta give credit where it's due. Now, wrapping up the middle of the road tracks this week, we have a new single from Bruce Springsteen, Tucson Road. And you know what? I haven't really been a fan of the last few tracks that the boss has been dropping. This new one feels like at least a fresher blend of country and the cinematic feel, like it could be the soundtrack for a movie. But yeah, I love the string instrumentation on here. I just wish the vocal melody was a bit more memorable. Now on to the cold tracks of the week, and these are definitely the worst by far. I heard, yeah, Justin Bieber's features have gone from bad to worse, unfortunately, with this new track He Is On by Gucci Mane, Love Through the Computer. I don't even know where to begin. I actually do know where to begin, and it's with the painfully obvious flat intro from the Biebs. I can't believe a producer, or at least someone along the line of making this song, didn't catch on to it. Like, I don't care if JB is purposely singing like this, it doesn't sound good anytime you're going to sing out of tune. And yeah, this has got to be the worst vocal performance from Justin Bieber, period. Outside that though, what I can say about this song, Gucci Mane, his ad-libbed vocals on here, his rapping style is very Migos inspired. Like, he is funny at times. I just feel like this song is so derivative of like something like Chance the Rapper would put out, but with like no charm or appeal. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling about that one. But moving on to the next track, Mark Ronson is making a return. This new one from him is called Find You Again. It's featuring Camila Cabello. This is another underwhelming single, and yeah, unfortunately, even though Camila, she shines through with like a pretty good vocal performance, one of her best that I've heard from her in recent memory. I just feel like it's not enough to save this track from the boring state that it is in for its entire runtime. I'm just really disappointed with the mediocrity, but yeah, moving on to the kings of mediocrity, we have a new single from the Chainsmokers, Call You Mine. This one's featuring BB Rexa. The beat drop, again, proves me wrong. I don't know how they one-up themselves, or in this case actually just downgrade themselves with each single that they come out with. This beat drop is so minimalist, it's so basic. It's one of the most basic EDM style beat drops that I've heard in such a long time. And to make matters worse, BB only amplifies my dislike for this song, a truly horrendous feature from her. The falsettos are absolutely grating and untenable. Moving on from there, Tory Lanez, Quavo, and Tyga teamed up on a new song. This one's called Broke Leg. And this is the reloaded version of Tory Lanez's newest album that he put out last year, Love Me Now. And this song, it's forgettable. I don't even know why they came out with this reloaded version of the album. The collaborations here are phoned in. Quavo and Tyga simply are just here to cash in on a paycheck, and they deliver milquetoast features at best. Moving on from there, we have a song called Ritual, which is by Tiesto, Jonas Blue, and Rita Ora. I can't lie, I knew that Tiesto would inevitably fall off the high horse he placed himself on last year with that song Jackie Chan, featuring Post Malone. So yeah, I don't know why I gave this song a chance. I kind of went in with this bad feeling, and don't do that with songs. Like, honestly, 9 times out of 10 you're gonna come out of it just not really liking it. I will try my best to listen to this one again, but right now it's definitely one of the worst of the week. This one's just lacking with the pop sensibility, lacking with the catchiness. The melody is completely forgettable. Yeah, this song, it just fell flat. The keyboard chord progression has been done by so many EDM artists at this point. The Chainsmokers have done it. David Guetta has done it. It's just everyone's done it. And quickly wrapping up this week, we have a couple tracks. One's from Tove Lo. This one's called Glad He's Gone. This one is very petty. I don't even want to say more than that. And lastly, we have a new song from Hervé Pages featuring Charlie XCX. This one is called Spicy. And this has got to be the worst Charlie XCX feature that I've heard. The chopped and manipulated effects on the voice, the vocals here, they suck. And oh yeah, by the way, one of the ugliest pop hooks on a song of the year. Nothing in any sense that is memorable about it, and frankly I wish I never really heard it. So yeah, I wish I could unhear it. There's Hot and Cold for this week. Sound off down below in the comments. Let me know what you think of these songs. Tell me why you think I'm wrong. Tell me whatever you really want to say. But yeah, leave a like, subscribe if you're new in town. I'll catch you next time on Hot and Cold. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a rockin' day.